Well, today on Crypto Comics, I have something very different than what we're used to. We are going to go 55 years into the past to June of 1963 for Action Comics number 302, a 12-cent comic from DC National Comics, featuring the amazing confession of Super Perry White. Yes, for years I've concealed my Superman identity by wearing this silly mask, but I'm tired of being an unknown hero. I want the Daily Planet to headline the fact that Perry White is Superman. He slams his fist down on the desk so hard that it breaks, and Lois and Jimmy Olsen are in shock. So there's a couple different stories in here, but I'm just going to do one today. Yep, everybody, I'm the Man of Steel. Look, there goes Perry White, Superman. He hasn't bothered to change to his regular costume. I can appear as long as Perry is doing super stuff. There can't be two Supermen in Metropolis. What's wrong with this picture? Oh, let me do it in a better voice. What's wrong with this picture? We know Clark Kent is secretly Superman. Then how is Perry White flying? And why does Perry claim to be the Man of Steel? For the incredible answer, read The Amazing Confession of Super Perry White. One day in Metropolis, in the office of the Daily Planet, your stories warning the public against buying those... Oh, this is Jimmy's voice probably. Oh, Lois. Your stories warning the public against buying those worthless stocks is going over big, Perry. Thanks, Lois. Your editor can still write, eh? Yes, gruff editor Perry White is in good humor. The unknown swindlers behind those fraudulent stocks warned me to stop the series, but I just laughed at their threats. Queer. I thought I heard a cracking sound. Suddenly, the roof gives way and... Lois, look out! Our globe sign has fallen through the roof and will crush you. Too late for his warning to save Lois. I've got to act. Perry rushes to it. Got it! I don't understand. Why? As the crash brings a crowd. Get those people out of here so I'll have room to put this thing down. Why, Perry, only super strength could hold up that great weight. It means you're Superman. Golly, what a scoop this is. The startling news spreads like wildfire. Superman's secret identity has come out at last. Extra, Perry White revealed to be Superman by Lois Lane. Has it? Of course, we've always known Superman is reporter Clark Kent. But seeing is believing for Lois and Jimmy. I guess I can't pretend any longer. I may as well take off my Perry White plastic mask and be myself. All these years I've suspected Clark Kent of being Superman. Was I wrong? Stunned though she is, Lois's reporter instinct functions. Superman, for years you've kept your identity a secret. Why did you reveal it now? Because I'm tired of being an unknown hero. Now I've got to go repair the roof. The water tank leaked, and the water weakened the roof beams. That's why they gave way. It looks like it, Jimmy. I'll repair the roof. You can go back to your office, Jim. It was supposed to seem an accident, but my microscopic vision reveals the hole in the water tanks was drilled, so it's no accident. I was right. Those stock swindlers are trying to stop the expose articles. I suspected it yesterday when that first accident happened. Superman's mind goes back 24 hours to a time when he returned to Metropolis at a critical moment. There's Perry, going to lunch. But that driverless truck must have slipped its parking brake. It's rolling right down into him. Just in time. What? Oh! A moment later. Perry recoiled so sharply from the truck that he knocked himself out against the wall. But he's not seriously hurt. The parking brake of that truck was in perfect order. So this was no accident. Swiftly deciding on a course of action, someone is trying to get Perry, and it must be those stock swindlers he's exposing. they'll try again. And I've got to protect him. Arrowing north at super speed, Superman reaches his secret fortress of solitude. He uses his giant key to gain entry. Perry's coming too. I'll get him inside, fast. Superman's indestructible cape protects Perry from the cold air and from the friction caused by Superman's flight. Courtesy of our editor. Inside the fortress. There was no need to bring me to your fortress. It was just a little bump. It may be a small concussion. For your own health, I'm going to insist you convalesce here in the special conditioned air of my fortress for a while. Then quickly darting out, Superman, you can't lock me up in here. I got work to do. Relax, Perry. It's for your own good. He's safe in there till I get the men who tried to kill him. I think I know a way to draw them into the open. Returning to Metropolis, Superman enters Clark Kent's apartment at invisible speed and... I'll impersonate Perry by means of this plastic mask, some padding, and different clothes, until they try another attack. Then I can grab them when they show themselves. But now, to return to the present, Superman finds his plan has gone wrong. They were too clever to come out into the open, but rigged another accident. I'll repair the damage and go back to being Perry. Since this accident also failed, they may have to come out in the open. A little later, as Lois adjusts to the shock. Gee, somehow I still can't think of Perry as Superman. I know how you feel. I'm very fond of Perry. But I was in love with Superman. And now, to find out they're the same man, I see now why Superman would never propose to me. It's not only that he's a little too old for me, but as Perry, he already has a wife and son. And when Lana Lang, Lois's arch-rival for Superman's affections, hurries in, Lois, tell me it isn't true. This story about Superman being really Perry White, it is true. Those girls have complicated my life more than a few times, so I can't resist teasing them a bit. Oh, you rogue. Hello, Lana. Well, now that you know the truth, I guess you two will be fighting over me more than ever. Fight over you? Why you deceiver! You trifler with poor Lois's affections even though you were married. Yes, and you led poor Lana on to care for you. You... Great Caesar's ghost! You girls know very well I never gave you any false hopes, and I can't see why you're so disappointed that I'm Superman. You cad! Well, Superman, you sure had me fooled. One good thing about it, since you're my best pal, I won't have to worry about my job here anymore. You think so, do you? Pal or no pal, I work here as Perry White, and if you slack your job just once, you're out. Out! Jeepers! Perry's worse since his secret came out. But there are 3 plotting swindlers who don't believe that news. It's too bad. His identity being uncovered right now? White must suspect we tried to get him, and thinks that if we believe he's Superman, he'll quit trying. So it's certain that Superman has added up Perry White on the radio. You've hit it, and his bluff won't stop us. We'll go ahead with our next accident scheme and surprise him. Soon, on a rooftop near the Daily Planet. Dressed like a lineman, people will figure he's repairing wiring. Instead, he's connecting the high-tension electric wires to White's personal phone line. When he answers his phone, Bluey! I've rented a room across from the planet so we can watch the fun. I dialed his number, and look, he's answering. Wait till he grabs the phone. What? Oh, another accident. The gang somehow crossed the phone and high-tension electric lines. It's lucky I'm invulnerable. Do you see that? The electricity didn't even bother him. He is Superman, no doubt of it. Yes, he is. But we've still got to stop those articles of his. And even though he's Superman, there's a way to get him. The failure this time will convince them Perry is Superman, so they won't try any more attempts on him. He'll be safe now. I'll bring him back from my fortress as soon as I locate and repair the crossed wires. Meanwhile, the real Perry White has plans of his own. I'm not gonna stay locked up in here. I'll show Superman he can't do this to me. These robots could help me get out of the fortress. Open the fortress door and carry me to Metropolis. They don't respond. I guess they only obey Superman. I'll try some of those gadgets in his trophy room and see if one will open the door. But the first of the awesome trophies that Perry experiments with, Great Caesar's ghost. This thing makes kind of a color tornado. I'd better turn it off quick. After switching off the strange apparatus, I should have read the labels on the trophies before trying any more. Air Whirl, weapon from the Rainbow World Czar. Soon the indignant editor selects 2 powerful trophies. That projector will do the trick. That and the flying belt presented to Superman by some grateful aliens. I'll put the belt on under my coat and use the projector on the door. And just so if we're not clear, projector for dematerializing any matter for 1 minute. So time is of the essence, Perry. And as the scientific device dematerializes a section of the door for 1 minute, I turn the belt to its highest speed to get through the door while it's partly dematerialized. I can't help learning the location of Superman's fortress when I get outside. But that's his fault for keeping me here. But Perry emerges at such terrific speed that I'm traveling so fast I can't see anything but a blur. Gotta cut down the speed of this gadget a little. Whew, that's better. I miss learning the fortress location, but now I can head for Metropolis. Say, this flying is fun. As Perry flies over Metropolis, look, it's Perry White. This is someone in the window. Look, it's Perry White, Superman. He doesn't bother changing costumes now that his identity is known. How in the world? I see with my X-ray vision that he's wearing my flying belt trophy under his coat. He used my trophies to get out that rogue. I mustn't let anyone suspect he isn't Superman, or the plotters will try again and get him. I'll switch to Clark Kent. Not a bad landing. I'm learning to control this thing. But why did those people shout, "There goes Superman," when they saw me? In his office, Perry reads the answer. So, that's why Superman hospitalized me. For some reason, he's wearing that mask to make people think I'm Superman. I'll teach him a lesson. I'll continue to impersonate him as he impersonates me. Great Caesar's ghost. What is this, a newspaper or a rest home? Get to work. And where's Clark Kent? Oh, no. Perry riding us was bad enough, but now we got a Super Perry slave driving us. Just change Jimmy's voice every time, I guess. Sorry. Where have you been, Kent? Never mind. Get to your desk. I'm going to lunch now. Yes, Perry. Oh, yes, Chief. I mean Superman. It's a treat to see their faces when I bawled them out. Playing Superman is fun. Oh, look, it's Perry White, Superman. But playing Superman isn't always fun. A minute later. Here's my autograph for you, as you asked. Superman, a crook was pulling a holdup down the block. When he saw you, he ran into a shack. Superman will get him. This is a real piece of luck. A chance to see Superman in action. I've got to go through with this. If the holdup character in there was that scared of me, maybe I can bluff him. Come out of there, and it'll do you no good to shoot at me. Ouch! I almost broke my foot kicking this door open. What's the use of running or shooting when I got Superman after me? Officer, take care of this man. My bluff worked, but my foot is killing me. I'm going back to my office. Later, as Perry nurses his aching foot. Package for you, Superman. Mr. White. Probably a gift from someone who admires my super feats. This foot. Across the street from the window. He's going to open the package now. Good. Even though he is Superman. That'll stop him and his newspaper articles. The wrapped package contains a lead box, and when Perry opens it, kryptonite. Superman's enemies must have sent this, but the stuff doesn't affect me. But on the other side of an office partition, Clark Kent does feel the deadly effect of the kryptonite. Kryptonite?
Must be near. I can't move more than a step or two. Huh. Why he isn't affected by that green kryptonite we sent him? He's laughing.
If he's not infected, then he's not Superman after all. In which case this rifle can get him.
And as Clark Kent staggers, his consciousness dimming, that rifle is aimed at Perry. He'll be killed. I can't move more than a few steps, but I've got to reach the open elevator shaft.
Hurling himself with the last surge of his waning energy into an open elevator shaft.
Made it. I'm falling down the shaft, away from the effect of the kryptonite.
Thank goodness that elevator was broken. Man.
Many floors beneath, I'm out of the kryptonite's close influence. Now I can go into super fast action.
And just as the rifle is fired, Superman, he stopped the bullet!
I finally drew you swindlers into the open. But after you're sentenced, you won't be in the open again for a while.
Later, after the kryptonite has been removed.
So you see, it was a plan to protect Perry and smoke out those crooks. And it succeeded. But I'll take back my flying belt you borrowed, Perry.
You can have it. My foot still hurts from playing Superman. Oh, there comes my wife. As soon as I heard what you were up to, I came down here. The idea of a man your age making like Superman. You're coming home. Yes, dear. Oh, but no, not so fast. Oh, my foot hurts. Oh, you're right, dear. You're right. Celebrate the silver anniversary of Superman. A collection of the greatest Superman stories published during the last 25 years, featuring such classic stories as The Story of Superman's Son, King Krypton the Super Gorilla, The Punishment of Wonder Boy, The Black Knight's Super Sword, and other super stories including The Origin of the Batman-Superman Team, Superman's Mystery Power, When Superman Became President, and Superman's First Wife. Plus a special anniversary feature, Superman's Famous Foes of Yesteryear, on sale June 13th. Look for the silver cover.
And then, oh my gosh, look at this. Be my guest at Palisades Amusement Park in New Jersey. This coupon entitles you to free admission plus 2 free rides, acts, and parking worth a whopping 65 cents.
Total deal back in the day. You know, you take that, you go down to Palisades Park, you'll have a great time. Then you get a Supergirl story.
The day Superhorse went wild.
I'm not reading a story about a horse going wild. But I have had a lot of fun reading Action Comics number 302. And I hope you liked it too. And I will do another one of these here pretty soon on Crypto Comics. Please like, please subscribe, hit that ding dong for notifications. And don't be afraid to share any videos you truly, truly love. And help my channel grow. Because I will continue to make awesome comic book reviews if you continue to help me find new fans of comic books who like the million voices I managed to do in lightning fast speed when reading these books. I need a drink of water now, so I'm going to go. But I'll see you guys tomorrow here on what? On Crypto Comics.